Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Alright guys, after last week's episode of Ghost, many of us need answers, okay? As for me, I need answers on what happened to Lauren and what Tariq's dream really meant. So in today's video, we're going to take a deeper look at Tariq's dream. Then I'm going to compare it to an urban legend, and we'll see what we can make of that analogy. All right, guys, let's get started. So, as we all know, Tariq had a dream where he went into canonical studies and the class was empty except for Councilman Tate, who was writing on the board. Only it wasn't Councilman slash Professor Tate. It was Professor Jabari. And before long, Tariq was surrounded by the ghosts of people he killed directly or played a hand in their deaths. Now, before we move on to discuss Lauren trying to enter the classroom, let's quickly go over what it means when you see dead people in your dreams.
I see dead people.
So, according to thepleasantdream.com, while dreams about dead people can be scary and intimidating, it doesn't always signify something negative, but it could also represent new beginnings, guilt, or even be a warning bell. Okay, guys, so far, we can definitely say that Tariq's dream has to do with guilt, and I'd even go further and add that it also has to do with the fact that he's having a problem with taking accountability for all these bodies. I mean, at this point, we could obviously see from the dream that Tariq knows he's responsible for these bodies, but he's just not owning up to it. Like we heard him tell Lakeisha, it's not my fault. And he tries to run away from these people because he doesn't want to face the truth. But then he gets to the door, and before he opens it, Professor Milgram pops up. And not only that, she tells Tariq that his father is on the phone. And once again, Tariq doesn't want to face any of these ghosts, all right? Especially not his father. But when he opens the door, he sees Lauren, and we all know that he tells her not to enter the classroom, okay? But one thing that I never went over before was that Lauren tells Tariq that he should take the call from his father. And I believe that this part of the dream just signifies that Lauren is Tariq's moral compass, right? She's always reminding him of the right thing to do. And in this case, the right thing to do is to man up and take accountability for your actions. Even if that means you'll hear your ghost dad saying, I told you so. All right. Plus, we already know that Tariq has a dark side and a good side, and Lauren plays to his good side, right? All right. So, with that out the way, we know that some portion of Tariq's dream signifies guilt, and the latter portion of his dream could signify a warning. This is where we go back to the part where Tariq doesn't let Lauren in the classroom full of dead people, right? Which Courtney Kemp said was done on purpose. But does blocking Lauren from getting into the classroom mean that Lauren was saved from death? I don't know, guys, but I certainly do hope so, okay? Now, let's take a look at this urban legend that I'm going to share with you guys. And we're going to see how this could possibly relate to Tariq's dream. So, this urban legend is called the Phantom Coachman, and it goes like this. A woman dreamed she was in the downtown section of New York City when she suddenly noticed a funeral procession passing by. It was one of the largest she had ever seen. She particularly noticed the driver of the hearse. He was a tall, rather sharp-featured man who sat very erect in his seat. The next morning, when she was preparing to go downtown to shop, she recalled the dream she had the night before. The image of the driver came clearly into her mind once again. She continued to think of him as she went to do her shopping. She entered a department store and was ready to step into the elevator when she noticed the operator. He was a tall, sharp-featured man, resembling the man in her dream. It startled her, and she hurried to leave the elevator just as the door was closing. The elevator reached the third floor when she heard a screeching sound ending with the crash. The elevator had fallen and everyone had been killed. Because of the elevator accident at the end of most versions of this legend, and echoing a line often attributed to the sinister elevator operator, the story is sometimes called Room for One More. Some versions of the legend were set in Chicago, and at times the driver of an already crowded taxicab offers the dreamer a ride saying, Room for One More. All right, guys, I don't know about you, but that dream is freaking creepy, okay? So, with that being said, there is a bit of a similarity between this urban legend nightmare and Tariq's dream, okay? The obvious similarity is that Lauren tries to enter a room full of dead people, like the woman in the department store who is about to enter an elevator. with people that are about to die in an elevator crash. But she stops herself from entering the elevator after the conductor looks just like the man in her dream that was driving a hearse, okay? But the major difference in Tariq's dream is that Lauren is stopped by Tariq, okay? And the people in the room that she's about to enter are already dead, right? Okay, so like I said, Tariq stops Lauren. She doesn't stop herself. Because unlike the woman in the department store, Lauren hasn't had any dream warning or nightmare or any warning for that matter, right? And she's unaware of the danger that awaits her. Now let's go back to an interpretation from thepleasantdream.com. According to them, a dream of someone trying to stop you from going with a dead person means someone will save you from the dangers of life. Now, this is very interesting because we've already discussed that Tariq stopping Lauren from entering the room of the dead may have saved her life, right? But on the flip side, this dream interpretation is meant for the dreamer, which is Tariq, not Lauren. So we're still left with questions, right, guys? But if the writers of the show just so happens to base some of Tariq's dream sequence on the urban legend of the Phantom Coachman, there's a strong possibility that Lauren is still alive, okay? But we'll just have to wait and see, guys. Okay, folks, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video, all right? Comment down below some interpretations you've heard about seeing dead people in a dream, okay? What does it mean to you? There's so many dream interpretations out there, and they don't all have to be true either, but I am curious to know what you guys have heard. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me again today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, you guys take care and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.